If I can see on the next round of statistics 2 minutes of retention.
No, it's got to be more than that because there have been times where it's 2 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes of
5
retention.
minutes of retention.
You might get to see some raw dogs. It has all the things that women love.
Exactly.
Trench coats.
Yeah, I was mean. I would make girls cry.
Okay, well.
Anyways, welcome to another episode of.
Spicy water.
Wait, is it spicy?
Sometimes when you're not ready for it, and it's,
Dude, when I was golfing this past week, I think it was kind of hot. When I was golfing this past week, I filled my water bottle with beer.
Oh, okay.
Like 32-ounce hydro with
That's
beer.
kind of an alcoholic move.
And, well, I don't think so. I mean, you just don't want to be caught with outside beer at a golf course,
Yeah, like you're hiding beer.
Yeah, not from people, but from a golf course.
Yeah, so you don't have to pay as much.
This had beer in it.
Yeah,
that's a
like
pretty
you filled it with beer and then resealed it. That'd be awesome.
That would be crazy.
Incognito alcohol. That's a good. I mean, it's probably super illegal.
Sure. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. But I did
Damn it. Every time I have a business idea, they're like, that's illegal. I go, what if we trafficked people?
Yeah, I know.
Go, that's illegal.
No,
but
it's for sex.
Really not that force. Really not that
It's for non-consensual sex.
They're not enforcing a lot of those laws, actually, it seems.
Actually, most lists in that regard aren't even real.
Sure.
So
they don't even exist.
Which is great news.
Nor did they.
It means all those people weren't getting molested.
Yeah,
so
that is great news.
That is, thank goodness.
Thank God there's no Epstein list.
Woo.
Because it means there was no victims.
Exactly.
There was no perpetrator.
No one was hurt. No perpetrator, no victim.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. All that we're left with really is a beautiful island.
A beautiful island for sale.
For sale. Anyway, so I had beer in my water bottle, and I would forget that there was beer in there, and because I'm so used to it being water, and then I'd just open it up and just start yucking it, and I'd be like, "Whoa!" Because I'm not a chugger of beer, I really can't do it.
Sure.
Because it's too filling, and the carbonation, I can't do it. I don't have that muscle, and it was pretty shocking. But I drank beer through the hydro. Kept
really
it cool
tells
the
a
whole
tale
time.
of two vastly different college and high school experiences.
Yeah, one where I started drinking on my 21st birthday.
I
as
mean,
a
I
good
can
American.
really chug beer.
Oh, I cannot.
Damn.
Did you chug this? Or is it too carbonated?
No, but the last bachelor party I went to, I was sober, so I was chugging bubblies. Like when everybody else was shotgunning beers to participate, I was shotgunning bubbly water.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Which is arguably harder than shotgunning a beer.
I think it is.
Yeah,
they were saying that I was getting some respect. Yeah.
Just a purple bubbly. And
It's funny, the guys, they're drinking like motor oil, like they're doing shots of like every time someone did a shot, I would chug I went through like 3 cases of bubbly.
Oh my gosh, gotta be peeing so much.
Yeah, and
also at that point,
my pee was carbonated.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly,
dude. At that point, something's got to be happening to your psyche. I mean, 3 cases of bubbly. I get that
You're
it's just
feeling
water. Yeah, you're feeling it in some sense.
There's a placebo effect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally. But I could take part in the ritualistic burp afterwards, but it is hard on your throat or whatever.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Anyway, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We never say that in the beginning, and maybe it does something. Also, I have a little bargain for you piggies. Everybody's talking about how they want no socks on. It feels a little too much. A
little on the nose.
But I'll show a little heel or whatever if the current retention rate is 1 minute. If I can see on the next round of statistics 2 minutes of retention.
No, it's got to be more than that because there have been times where it's 2 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes of retention.
5 minutes of retention.
You might get to see some raw dogs. How about that? How's that for a bargain? I'm selling my soul.
That makes me uncomfortable. I will not be participating in that.
No, you don't have to.
But Grant will be. That's hilarious. Dude, I was talking to Dan about his video stuff. Dan Toomey, friend of the show. Mm-hmm. I was talking to him about like his video stuff and like retention rate and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, I think I get like 60%. And I was like, 60%? He's like, yeah, like 60% finish my videos.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, 60% watch 100% of your video, which are like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, they're 20 minutes.
I'm like, what? What, you think if this is 20 minutes, we'd bump up the retention rate?
Yeah.
No way. No way. They're not here for that. But I was like, oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That was so funny. It just really made me
He's
laugh.
been doing it longer. We'll get there eventually.
Also, yeah, his content is a little more palatable is not the right word, but
good.
Well, for sure. Yeah, no question. But
more entertaining,
widespread, interesting, more broad interest, general interest.
Yeah, a bunch of broads like that shit. Mm-hmm. And they have better attention spans.
Yeah, that's true. And he's a good-looking guy, and he's got a good voice, and he's wearing a trench coat. I mean, it's a real.
It has all the things that women love.
Exactly,
trench coats,
loose tie, working man, holding paper,
white.
I think. Yep. I think if you can read well, that's like a good.
That's attractive.
That's attractive too. And I think we're not doing great.
I am ugly.
It's because the print is so small, and we're like, and then Zerubbabel.
Yeah, it's not fair because there's a guy behind Dan's camera who has massive cards this big, but they just have one word on them. Yeah, exactly. And he's flipping through them like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. If you listen closely enough, you can hear the wind. Yeah, and this is tiny and trying to read the Bible that people already.
Yeah, it's not that I've always struggled with reading and have just a general dyslexia.
Yeah, so you have dyslexia?
I just don't focus. I don't know if it's not actual. I can switch up numbers a lot, but words, I don't think I'm switching them up. I think I'm just skipping.
Yeah, because dude, I'm like impatient when it comes to stuff like that. I'm like, I can't possibly need all of these words. Like when I was reading Brothers Karamazov, there's like 1,000 different names for each character, and they're all long in Russian, and they're all. So I just kind of like skipped over the names. Apparently, when you're reading a novel, names are super important.
Huge to know the characters that are being talked about.
Exactly.
Or maybe that's a way to really pay attention to who they are instead of what their name is.
Oh, like their character aspects?
Yeah, like you're saying like, this is that guy. I don't know. I'm going to call him A. I'm not going to call him Peter Mitrokodovich, Distinovich, Kalashnikov.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
If I call him A, I know all the character effects of A. So
that's what I would do. If I could put it into a Word document, I would do find and replace, and I would just take all the names and I would just like lump together the 3 names that they're called, and then say this is A. Yeah. And then just replace all of them and be like A.
Yeah. Once you're incorporating Word documents in your reading schedule, though, it's hard to enjoy.
No, I mean, it was hard to enjoy to begin with. I got halfway through it again, or not halfway through, I chunked through it again, and I was really paying attention. I was enjoying it more this time, then I stopped reading novels again. I don't know. I got to get back into reading novels. Why? That makes you a better writer.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
When you read, it makes you a better writer. I was the best writer when I was reading the most. And now I really write very, very little.
You suck now. You're fucking bad.
I know. Oh, it's because I don't read. We're not.
Well, we have that. We're just because we're not reading novels doesn't mean we're not reading.
That's right. We're reading. We're reading novels. We're reading historical fact.
Fact.
Right.
Non-fiction.
Take that, suckers. One of who's the comment guy that always gets mad at me for saying things as if they're true, and then he's like, "We don't know."
He used to be a gripper.
He used to be Tight Gripper, and then he changed his name.
Thanks for changing that, by the way. It's nice to not say Tight Gripper anymore.
Yeah.
Even though keep saying it.
It's very funny. He comments from like a high horse position a lot of the time.
Sure.
Which I understand. I come from a high horse position a lot of times too, so I relate. I get it.
I'm on a tiny little pony.
Yeah, I know.
Just trying to be down to earth. Well,
that's Jesus, man. Jesus on a donkey.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah. Later in the Bible, we will get there. He rides a donkey into Jerusalem. Not a big, powerful war horse. He rides a donkey like a humble
What a
servant.
loser! He should have been in a fucking Murcielago, a Lamborghini.
Whoa, if those would have been around,
sick.
That'd be cool.
Nobody would have crucified him that way. If he was in a McLaren.
Gets out with sunglasses on, and everyone's like, what the hell are sunglasses?
Oh my God, that's a genius thing for the desert. Yeah, that would have been way cooler if that happened in the Bible. I got some notes, I got to say.
Yeah, exactly. How about
Murcielago, sunglasses, smoking. Why is Jesus not smoking?
Yeah, hookah maybe.
Yeah. Having like a backpack hookah so you can walk around
hookah in the wilderness.
Why has that not been invented? That seems like the most Arab thing you can possibly do.
There are 5,000 people in the desert and no hookah to smoke.
Oh my God. He can turn any PVC piping system into a hookah just by the wave of his fingers.
Give me 2 pipes.
Oh, bling.
Whoa.
Honestly, if that's when I was Jesus in high school, I could have turned anything into a bong.
Oh, were you one of those guys that did like the apple bong things?
I stayed home one day, took a sick day, and just spent the entire day building an incredibly intricate bong out of Gatorade bottles.
See, man, that's the thing. School It's not that these kids don't want to learn. It's they don't want to learn
They want to learn about bongs.
Yeah, they want to learn something different, which is critical
bong
thinking.
Technology.
That's critical thinking. And the critical thinking that will stick around is the stuff that they engage in.
It's critical that I learned that.
No, not critical as it's super important, but like I'm thinking critically here about how to get high off of any inanimate object.
I wanted to get high in a really crazy way, which was as many Gatorade bottles stuck together as possible.
Yeah.
I was cutting. I was putting in water.
You're crafting. You're collaging a bong together.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
And then I just, I never used it because I had a much better bong.
That was made with glass.
Yeah, that I ordered to my friend's house because his dad was cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've realized now in my older age, a cool dad is a death sentence.
That's terrible. Dude, if I were that dad, I'd say I'd call your mom immediately and I'd be like, hey, just want to let you know, your son did order a bong to my house. Mm-hmm. Just letting you know that. I mean, whether that's fine with you or whatever, but I do want to let you know.
No, he was like, it's cool. I won't tell your mom. He did the opposite of that.
So jacked up, dude. That's what a horrific father.
It's awesome.
That's so bad.
Single dads are really bad for the world.
Yeah, because single dads are like, well, I want to do whatever I want to do, so I guess you want to do whatever you want to do. Sounds good.
All right.
There's no fathering going on.
Cookies for breakfast. I'll be back at 5.
Dude, I remember one time I had ice cream. I did, like, my parents were gone from the house. I think I was in high school, and it was the summer or whatever, and I did have ice cream for breakfast, and I was like maybe 15, and I was like, what is wrong with me?
Yeah.
Like just myself. I was like, this is wrong, like morally.
But what's the difference between that and a donut?
Milk. I don't know.
That's the argument is milk?
No, it's a dessert item, you know?
So is a donut.
It's a breakfast. It's a pastry. Pastries are morning.
It's cake.
It's cultural. It's cultural, ultimately.
Okay, but
there's not something actually morally wrong with it, but it felt not correct.
Sure.
You know?
The dairy does
It would be like me wearing a do-rag. It's like, well, that's just not right.
No, that'd be cool.
That's not for
if you had waves.
Yeah.
Damn. I could see that, dude. I could see you ripping a do-rag and not changing your affect at all.
No, just being
like a tasteful.
Yeah. Not that people who wear do-rags can't be tasteful.
No, but people who are white and wearing do-rags often aren't tasteful.
No, they're not tasteful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if they come from your background.
I have glasses like this.
Yeah. Thick rims of glasses.
Yeah. A Jewish-ish. The other day, a guy asked me if I was Jewish.
Welcome.
Ortho. Yeah. And I was like, wow, thank you.
Who's an orthodontist?
Yeah.
They always do doctor stuff.
Are you Jewish? Your teeth are bad.
Yeah.
Did Jews have any stereotype about their teeth?
No. I don't think they're like, well, I mean, maybe that they're,
they all have
depending on how deep you get into anti-Semitism, maybe that they're fanged.
Oh,
you know,
sure.
like,
yeah.
But I've never heard that before.
You call horns teeth of a sort?
Yeah, head teeth.
How are your two head teeth?
Yeah. Oh, quite pointy and sharp.
All right, good. Make sure you brush.
Yeah.
That is kind of an interesting thing. How would you upkeep horns? You know?
Well, how they do them normally, that you cut them down when they get too big, you polish them,
you sharpen them.
I think in the offerings, you touch some blood on them.
That's true. That does happen. That does happen in today's lesson.
Yes.
Dear Lord, we should not be calling this a lesson.
Why not?
That is not, because the idea that we are teaching
rather
than discussing.
Oh, sure.
Is really
today's discussion.
Yeah, today's discussion. Yeah.
Sure.
To be like, we're going to teach you guys. And then we're like, what is this word? I don't know.
This video's going to get 3 views because our feet are out of the thing. It's really starting to depress me.
How feet related it is.
How it's so feet related.
You guys.
1.1K views on the last one just because there's a big pair of feet on the fucking.
Yeah. Listen, you guys, we like you. Well, I don't even know how many of you would listen to this or hear this part of it.
This part in? No.
We like you guys, but we do want to be known for our content rather than just.
The content of our character.
Not the content of what's in
Not the character of the contents of our shoes.
Yeah, the contents of our shoes. Nice.
Yeah,
I like
thank
that
you.
Better. Yeah, but that's on us. We gotta push past, and we have had multiple people. We just went over one right now. We get DMs from people that are like, "Hey, came for the socks," but the conversation's good too.
Yes, it's honestly really nice to hear. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, and someone, dude, it's so funny. The last video that you posted talking about like tons of, like you said, 1.1 thousand or whatever, mostly for your feet. Got a ton of comments, got a ton of requests of what they want to see.
Yeah.
And then one woman was like, men don't talk about their feelings enough. Thank you so much for really? It was like a long paragraph.
Oh,
on
really?
YouTube.
I didn't see that one. That's
it was really nice. It was this woman being like, men are scared to talk about their feelings and men are angry, and it was really good to hear you guys talk about that. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. So it is funny. We are like really
it's funny. I regretted that instantly after doing it.
Really?
Talking about my feelings.
Oh, well, she
putting
loved
that
it.
out there. You can't be doing that.
She thought it was really good.
Can't let them see red.
And it was a woman who was like, I have ADHD. I never listen to podcasts. I listened to this whole thing. I really loved it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it was very nice of her. I forget the name.
Oh, speaking of other people, the guy who keeps asking us if we've ever had a wedgie.
Yeah.
The frequency at which you've asked that makes me feel like it's a sexual thing.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, totally. No one's just like, hey, random question. You ever get a wedgie?
Yeah, and I'm not saying this to disappoint you if you're, dick in hand right now, but no, I didn't get a That's like, did that even happen when it was a cultural thing? Who was pulling? We were more of a pants down generation. We got pantsed.
That's actually
no one got wedgies. We got pants.
I think getting pantsed is worse than getting wedgied.
Well, getting pants is more embarrassing because your shameful little dick is out. But getting wedgied hurts. So what kind of pain do you want?
Physical.
You'd rather do physical pain.
Absolutely. Well, also pants, in my day, we didn't understand it as pulling down underwear too. It was just pulling down the pants.
Well, you got what you got.
Sure. Yeah.
Like in gym class, you're getting balls.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I pantsed my friend Zach in gym class when he was squatting one time. That's so funny. Mad. Really funny.
That is very funny.
Because not only did he have to rack...
had to work his way back.
He had to
up.
rack the barbell. Yeah, I should have done it at the bottom.
Yeah,
he had to rack, but he had squat dick, and so his dick was as small as a dick can be.
Of course, yeah, dude. Your dick's
he was
like
exerting it. Yeah,
I'm not needed right now.
He's like, oh, dude, this blood can go anywhere else.
Exactly. Yeah, it's mostly in his face, probably.
And actually, I think he dropped the barbell, the biggest, loudest crash ever, and then chased me around the gym.
That is very funny.
Yeah, we almost got in trouble. But that's the great thing about gym teachers. Male gym teachers, they know when they're supposed to intervene and when they're not.
Yeah.
They know when they're when you're just joking around because they are 45-year-old children who aren't far off from so they can see two guys chasing each other and go, they'll handle it.
It's fine.
It's when he catches him that I need to really.
That's the thing. Someone who majored in PE, not going to be a good PE teacher. But someone who has a history degree and just kind of fell into being a PE teacher.
Yeah.
You're going to be a great PE teacher.
It's a great PE
Honestly,
teacher.
PE teachers are very close to stand-up comedians in terms of character.
And respect.
Yeah. No one respects you and you're like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and rates of alcoholism, I assume.
PE. Yeah, I don't know.
But PE is important.
Physical education, I guess. Yeah, physical activity is important.
No, but the PE class is if it's done right, it's a place where
hierarchies are formed.
Yeah, you see where you are in the thing. But no, you can learn a little bit about everybody gets to play. It's not like recess where you're I'm going to pick you last. I'm going to pick you last.
Yeah.
It's you're forced to everybody be on the nerds team every so often.
Sure. And you learn to try to make the most of them.
Yeah.
Ideally.
And you learn to not scream at them.
Do you?
You should.
I made multiple girls cry in PE.
Well, but you learned hopefully later that you shouldn't have done that.
I shouldn't. Sorry, Chandler Cornett. I apologize.
But also maybe catch a fucking ball.
Yeah, well, she was in this situation. She was saying my friend Vahe was terrible at soccer, but my friend Vahe was actually really good at soccer, and she was bad at soccer.
She was being mean.
She was being mean, and then I ripped on her because she played club soccer, and I was like, if you're only playing because your parents pay for you to play, it's not like you're not actually good. They just pay to be on the team, and the team just wants your parents' money, so that's the only reason you're on the team because you actually suck.
That's too adult of a takedown.
Yeah, she was 12.
Yeah.
And I was 12 also. So
you should be calling her fat or stinky or something.
She wasn't those things. Actually, she was a cute gal. I liked her. But I was very mean to her.
Less even.
Yeah, I was mean. I would make girls cry.
Okay, well.
Anyways, welcome to another episode of
Call Him Father. What are you gonna? How you feeling? Let's get rated.
Let's rate. Yeah, rate me.
Rate me. I've been rated.
It's not rate anymore. If I want to be rated,
I want to rate myself.
Oh, okay. So okay.
And I want to. I want to watch you rate yourself.
Yeah. Then
mutual
you rate
rating.
Yourself. Yeah.
Take that algorithm. What are you gonna do with that?
What letter was that? Oh,
Yeah.
no. This could be so bad.
T.
T. Rating, I'd put myself spiritually at like a, feelings wise, at like a 4 or a 5.
Whoa.
Pretty low.
Whoa.
Really fell out of routine on the road, and being in Denver and stuff just kind of fell out of my routine of doing stuff, which is, I'm a man of routine.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard to keep it up. Like I was,
now you got to develop a road routine.
I got to develop a road. Well, like that's going to happen again. But
I'll do it now, so you have in the few years you have in between when you do it again.
Yeah. So that was like hard, and I was still like praying a lot, but I think feeling the presence of the Lord was hard. And that was difficult
Because you're in Portland.
Yes, yeah, Seattle and Denver.
Oh,
and
Seattle, sorry.
I wasn't. I mean, Seattle was beautiful. I really loved it,
Dude, it's so pretty.
It was stunning. And when we went to the Space Needle, it was like beautiful, like not cloudy, like not a cloud in the sky. Stunning,
nice.
like near sunset time, perfect weather. It was.
Oh, you got lucky. It's usually just raining.
I know, it was incredible. It was really, really nice. So, anyways, but it was just hard to like feel connected. And honestly, there's a direct correlation between how often I'm reading my Bible and how often I feel connected with the Lord.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God, why don't I feel your presence? And then he's like, have you read your Bible recently? And I'm like, no. And then it's like, okay, well, why don't you do that? And I'm like, I don't wanna.
Yeah.
And there's just something in me that's like, even though I know when I read it, it's better. Not just better for me objectively, but I feel better. Like in every category, it's better.
Yeah.
And there's something in me that's like, but I don't want that. I don't want to make an action that has a good consequence. I just want the good consequence without doing anything. Just give it to me now.
That's one of the most
why do you think reality works that way? It doesn't.
It's one of the most like pervasive things in my life is knowing all the stuff, knowing that it works, and whenever I do it for a little bit, just starting to hate it.
Yeah.
Starting to just not want to do it.
Yeah.
Like I used to do like meditation and stuff. I still am okay about it.
Right.
But like, you know, going to meetings, going to church, writing, doing stand-up. I do it really dedicated for 2 weeks. And then there's just this certain point where like it starts to become like the thought of it becomes this itchy feeling of like, why do I have to keep, I did it. Why do I have to keep doing it? I know it works. I know it will help the situation I'm in right now. I don't really want to do it. Like, what the? How stupid can a person be?
Yeah, I know.
Where it's like you're at you're in a test and you have the answer key next. And you're like, I don't want to look at the answer.
Yeah. No, I know what to do.
I fucking figure it out a different way.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes it feels like putting gas in the car. You know, like the car needs gas.
My analogy was fine.
I think it was good. I was just feeling like, but don't you hate putting gas in the car?
Sure,
Doesn't
but that's because it costs
suck?
money.
Yeah, I guess money too, but even just the act of doing it, I'm just like, I hate doing this, even though you know.
You don't like the smell?
I do love the smell.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah, man. I mean, I agree with you. It's like the answer is right. The answer's right there. Why am I not looking? Why am I not doing what I know I need to do?
Yeah,
and because it does feel like, I don't know if it just feels just like I feel trapped, but I don't feel trapped. It's just like it becomes an obligation, and I think it does require like a mindset shift, because it's like if I instead just looked at this as actually like an act of freedom doing this, rather than like being trapped under this obligation,
right?
That would make me go out and be like, oh, I'm actually exercising free will in doing this, rather than feeling. That's been all in my algorithm. I'm sure we've talked about this before, but this has been all in my algorithm recently, is all this free will determinism stuff and the science behind it all. And I think practicing a discipline is one of the most free will things you could do, because everything in your body is like, do not do this. Yeah. And then when you do it, you're like, yes, I did it, you know? 'Cause it's hard. And it's just something hard.
But why the resistance against that thing?
Because you don't fully, there is an
I think it's just laziness?
It's laziness. I think it's a duality of like not truly believing it, you know? Like, I know this works, but I'm like,
but what if it doesn't this
there's
time?
something else that works too that aligns more with what I want right now. Like maybe if I just played more Fortnite, I'd forget about the thing, you know?
Yeah, we got to speed through this episode so we can play Fortnite.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That's what this is about.
That's been another episode of
Call Him Father. Okay.
All right, goodbye.
No build.
Yeah, no, we suck.
We suck so bad. We have to do
Fortnite. Got a dub with Mike Early last night.
Hell yeah.
It was great.
That is what life is really about.
That is what it's about. And guess what? Afterwards, when he left, I cried.
Whoa.
No, I didn't cry.
But you felt sad?
Felt distracted. I've been really, I know I'm distracted because I want to watch Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
I watched Fellowship of the Ring flying out to Seattle. And now I'm like, I want to watch the Two Towers. And
even when you're doing something new, you don't do anything new.
No. I watched Lord of the Rings and I was like, this movie's amazing. Yeah. And then I want to watch Two Towers. Then I watch
50 brand new movies out you could watch for free.
I want to cry so hard. I did watch John Wick on the way back.
Oh, nice. The first one?
Yeah, I'd never seen it.
Great.
It was interesting.
I watched it back to back the first time I saw it.
Really?
I was smoking a lot of weed.
Okay. I was about to say, I didn't finish it. I had like 20 minutes left. But yeah, I guess I can guess how it ends. But
yeah.
It was I mean, the guy just gave up his son like that. Crazy. He's
Dude,
in a safe house in Brooklyn. What?
Yeah, that's what happens.
He's gonna let you kill your son?
He shouldn't have killed that guy's dog.
See, yeah.
How's he gonna learn?
Yeah, how's he gonna learn by being dead?
Exactly.
You're dead now. Yeah, I don't know. I think, and that the son, he was in Game of Thrones. He was a really icky character in Game of Thrones.
Cleo or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't like him.
Yeah.
Anyways,
religious hate.
Yeah. Say religion remains the same despite my lack of emotional connection to it. Mm-hmm. It still is true, I believe. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. What about you? How you been?
I've been okay. I told you I had a little bit of a mental issue on Wednesday where when I can't sleep, it gets really bad.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of
caffeine or what was going on?
No, I don't do really much caffeine.
Right, yeah.
But I just didn't do any comedy for like 4 days.
Whoa.
And I felt like a loser, and I'm like, I got to change my whole life because I've dedicated it to this, and I'm not even doing that.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds all crazy and when you say it out loud, but in the moment you're like, yep, this is all making sense. I should I know my life is going poorly is when I start considering joining the military again. That's really when I know my mental state is bad.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing to have a marker like that.
It's such a distinct marker.
What about the military? All right, something's got to change.
Time to exercise.
Yeah.
Time to work out and call my mom.
Right. Mm-hmm. And shoot a gun.
Oh, dude, I really fantasize about that a lot.
Yeah,
I haven't shot a gun in over a year. And that used to be a thing I would do monthly.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Grant, I've never shot a gun. If I ever went to Wisconsin with you, I'd shoot a gun.
Absolutely.
And I'm not anti-gun. I'm very pro-gun, actually.
They're cool.
But I just never shot one.
I don't think most people should be able to just have them, to be honest, but I think they're awesome.
I think everyone should just have one.
You should just have one.
It's a birthright.
Right.
Everyone should just be born and be given a gun.
Anything that has birthright attached to it is usually a pretty good situation.
I'm the eldest boy. Yeah. Give me my gun.
I mean, I got my first gun when I was like 12, so I'm not I'm not nuts, above dude. Any of it.
My dad bought my brother a gun. This is crazy. This is probably I don't even know. My dad bought my brother a gun when he was still in high school. My brother wanted to go to the Marines. Well, he got like a shotgun or something crazy in California. Yeah, nuts.
Hard to get.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but he got a shotgun, right? And my brother would keep it in our room.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And one time...
Just pointed at you, sleeping.
One time, I was asleep. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did snore, though, and sometimes I get hit with a pillow. And I'm like, thank you for just using the pillow.
Yeah, that could have been rock salt.
Off.
Yeah.
But one time, we have friends over from church or whatever. It's like a big party's happening at our house, and we're like in our room playing something. And my dad takes sees the gun there and is like, I'm just going to move this, and he picks it up by the
barrel or the pump?
By the pump. And he picks it up and he goes, and he chambers around. There's just a round chambered in a bedroom in California. Yeah, but in my mind, he told me about that later, and I was like, what the? It's loaded?
Yeah.
Why do you have ammo? And then,
it's so funny to
my brother's 17 and is like, someone can get to our house. I'm like, dude, we live in such a safe neighborhood. It's crazy.
I know.
You know what I mean?
That's how I used to be. I would sleep with a loaded pistol under my pillow, and I lived in like a residential area.
That's so
I'm so much more likely to just have a bad dream and shoot myself in the head.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Than any person is likely to come into my... But, we got past that.
Dude, one time Luke Davis, another friend of the show, was sleeping on this couch right here, and it's like 4 a.m. and he just bolts up, and then he goes, this just won't do. And I'm like, what? He woke me up. It's 4 a.m. I'm like, what? He's like, no, Josh, this won't do. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Did he have a little floppy nightcap on when he said? Did he come up with a candle?
Yeah, that sounds like he just came up the stairs. I'm like, I don't even have
it's like
stairs.
a Dickens character.
How'd you do that?
This won't do, Joshua.
He was like, I was like, are you awake right now? And then he's like, I was like, were you sleeping? And he's like, no. They're like, we're running lines. And I was like, what?
He's directing.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, huh? And then he goes, yeah. And the way he was talking was not like sleep talking. Like he was responding to me.
It's crazy.
And then he like fell back asleep. And I was like, all right. And I talked to him later and he was like, I didn't do that. And I was like,
fun.
Whoa. Put a gun in that scenario.
Yeah.
This won't do becomes this won't do, you know? Like now I'm scared for my life.
Yeah, now you gotta suck his dick.
Yeah, well, I mean we did that already.
Well, if that's true, he would have slept better.
I didn't say I did a good job.
So anyway, I had a little bit of a rough week, but then I came out of it. I started doing comedy again. I feel great.
Good set last night?
Good set last night. Good set the night before. Not looking at my notes and really just trying to be with the crowd. Even if I forget my shit, I can find a way out. I've been doing this long enough to like be able to hang.
That's great.
But went to church today, first time in a long time. It was nice. The lady who gave the sermon had a great sermon about like she has difficulty with discipline and prayer, and she's developed this routine, and it's been really grateful. And she talked about how like praying for other people, like the question is always, does this do anything? And she was talking about how like she told this story about this woman who was an alcoholic, and she gave her friend her last bottle of scotch. And then a year after of being sober, she went to her friend's house and saw that it was the woman had kept the scotch bottle in her like the corner where she prays. And she talked about how like when you think about other people in this way, it might not seem like you get exactly what you want, like their problem is solved instantly, but when you look outside of yourself and hope for other people, it expands your level of hope, and it makes your world bigger. And it also when they realize that, it makes theirs bigger too.
Who's the they? The people being hoped
the people
for?
Being prayed for.
Yeah. Well, absolutely, for sure. I mean, that's like an encouraging message here, because that's the state I've been in for a number of years now. It's like praying for like the same people for like a very small, like just consistently every day for years.
Yeah.
And it's like, is anything happening right now? And it's really discouraging, to not see anything, but know that something. I don't have to see what's happening in order for it to be happening. Yeah. You got to learn to, And
also the fact that you're doing it is like, you're exercising empathy. Like you're exercising a broadening of your worldview.
Yeah, absolutely. That other people matter.
Yeah.
I was talking to Nick Viagas about this last night. I was talking about like, you could
enemy of the show,
tall, good-looking enemy of the show. Very funny.
I hate those aspects.
Golly. I was talking to him about this last night, saying like, if you could figure out a world in which you personally do not suffer, and if you're happy, like I had another friend talk to me about this. Like, what if I just figure out a way to be happy and I'm just content? What else do I need? And I was like, if that's true, that means you do not love anybody.
Because you don't suffer for them?
Yeah. Like if you love someone that you love is suffering, and that should affect you. And this idea of praying for someone is because you care about them, and you do suffer in a way because they are.
Yeah.
But you have hope for them to be removed from their suffering, and that hope removes you from your suffering. Not completely, but like it mitigates it because you believe that this will be okay.
Yeah.
Like it does change everything really when you have that.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
So spirituality, maybe today put me at a 5.
Nice.
5 or 6. Feeling it's just nice. And it's even when, and I've had some bad experiences, and I've done the things that I know I'm supposed to do. I fucking freaked out on a drywalling job, and I called a guy who knows more than me. He calmed me down, and then I went back and I did my job. It felt good. Like relying on other people, like putting it out there to other people, and doing what I know I'm supposed to do when I get lucky enough to think about it, because a lot of times you find yourself in a situation you just can't think outside of it. You can't think of the very simple answer of like, go for a run, or just be honest and tell them the truth, or, it's really easy to just get caught in like all the bad things that can go wrong until whatever happens.
Yeah. What the hell is that?
But if you just, honestly, most of the time, if you're freaking out and you just call someone, even if they don't pick up, just that act of being like drawing you out of the situation for a second, wow, huge improvement.
Help is huge, man.
Yeah. And
even reaching out.
Yeah. And like the hubris of thinking you can do anything just on your own, or that you ever have, is ridiculous. So, practicing a little humility in that regard, that was a good part of this week. And so religion, in terms of thinking that there's something and that there's a way to get there.
Point again.
No. I'm going to say 6'5". 6'5". No, I'm going to say 6 spiritual, 5 religion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Yeah, 6'5".
I thought you were saying 6.5 on religion, and I was like, what?
No,
it's very high.
No.
But you're saying religion generally, not Christianity specifically.
In general, religion, there's something.
Right.
So having a focused way of trying to get at the something is good.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
As long as it's not Mormonism.
Yeah. Sorry, Mormon girl I went on a date with.
Ooh. Can that work? Is that unevenly yoked?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. It was hilarious. She was like, I don't know why people think we're not Christian. But anyways, I don't believe in the Trinity. Jesus isn't God. And like all the, God the Father has a body. Like just all this stuff. I'm like, okay, all this is immediately disagreeing with like the creeds that bind Christian, like Protestantism, Catholicism, and Orthodox religions all together. Like these are the things we all agree on and define as Christianity, and just immediately you're like, those are not true. I'm like, okay, maybe this is why you're not considered Christian.
Yeah, because you're not.
Okay, because you don't believe in those things. Like, what do you mean? It's just like a name. Like,
I didn't know they even did. Isn't it like Joseph Smith is like the second coming?
No, yeah. She was complaining about it. Some people think that. Some people think that Joseph Smith is God. No one prays to Joseph Smith. He's just a prophet, right? And the prophets continue. Like, there's a new prophet now. And I asked her about it. I was like, is there a prophet now? And she's like, yep, it's this guy, some very white name. And she's like, he's super awesome. He's a great guy. And I'm like, I'm sure he's a nice guy, no question. But
well, he could be a really awful guy.
I guess that's true. Yeah, but she wasn't fundamental. FLDS, the Fundamental Church of Latter-day Saints, they're like the plural marriage, underage marriage. They're like the psychos. But the girl I went on a date with was like, just kind of like a chill Mormon.
Oh, cool.
But also then I asked her, she like did the 2 years of knocking and all that stuff. Yeah. And I asked her questions about it. And even then she was kind of like, I think it's this. And I'm like, you were knocking on doors for 2 years and you're like not sure what's going on. It was kind of weird, but
maybe it's like you lose it if you don't use it type thing. Like she used to be. You could have asked her when she was knocking, she would have given you the whole gamut.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it was very interesting. They're big on Jesus. They're really big Jesus people, but then they also deny fundamentally who Christians believe Jesus to be. So it's very odd.
Which is God.
Yes, they think that he is a God. They don't think that he is. Oh. They think he's one of many gods. Like he's a God that we could become like. Like we could become like Jesus. We could become, in effect, the same as Jesus. Oh. So that's why they deny the Trinity in that sense.
Interesting.
Which is again a key belief of Christian or Orthodox Christianity. So that was kind of interesting. But yeah, so we're not going to not Mormonism.
That's the overall point. Not Mormonism.
Right.
Let's get into Leviticus. Where did we stop at? 9?
We stopped right before narrative. So we stopped right before. Did we talk about how he accepted Aaron's offering?
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Aaron makes some offerings, and the Lord's like, "You did it right."
And they go through it crucially. They go through it. Well, actually, in 8 is really where he starts it, because it's the consecration of Aaron and his sons, and they read through this again immensely intricate process. It's like laying your head on the offering, killing the offering, and burning the entrails, leaving the skin and stuff outside of the tent, but then burning the meat on the altar. Yeah, like doing this very intricate process. And that's chapter 8. And chapter 9 is the Lord accepts Aaron's offering, and that's like this is the first practice sacrifice that is accepted. This is kind of saying like, look, this is how, if you just got a job, and this is the instructional video that you're watching. This is like
that's such a funny instructional video.
And then we kill the lamb by cutting
we slit its throat.
Exactly.
And then that like bad music in the background.
And then they take it over.
Yeah.
Then they place it, and then they go, what do we do with the skin and entrails?
They should make public access videos of the offerings. Yeah,
that'd be very funny. Because that's what this is. This is them saying, this is how you do it. The Lord accepts it. It's great. It's awesome. What is it? Talk about the people and bless them. And he came down. Where does it say? This is at the end of, towards the end of chapter 9. And Moses and Aaron went into the tent of meeting, and when they came out, they blessed the people, and the glory of the Lord appeared to all the people. And fire came out from before the Lord and consumed the burnt offering and the pieces of fat on the altar. And when all the people saw it, they shouted and fell on their faces, because that's freaking scary. But that's what it working is fire just being just getting it, and they're like, all right, it worked. All right, we did it right. And then immediately, chapter 10 is the death of Nadab and Abihu, Aaron's sons. And do you want to talk about that?
I was trying to figure out what they did. Basically, they offered strange fire, like
incense.
Yeah, which could have been incense, or I don't know exactly what it is. But they basically made an offering that wasn't cleared by God beforehand, and then they were immediately turned into flames and died. And then no one was allowed to mourn them publicly. And they basically were like, okay, remember, don't do this. Don't follow the rules. And if you don't, you're going to die.
Right. And it was, I think it was one of these interesting things where
I don't understand quite what they did and why it's bad.
So, yeah, well, that's what they did is
because it doesn't really say that.
Well, it says, now Nadab and Abihu, I hate not knowing how to say it. I should.
It doesn't matter.
Abihu, the sons of Aaron, each took his censer and put fire in it and laid incense on it and offered unauthorized fire before the Lord, which he had not commanded them. And fire came out from before the Lord and consumed them, and they died before the Lord. So, offered unauthorized fire. Let's look at the ESV Study Bible here, which is convenient. Nadab and Abihu, the eldest of Aaron's 4 sons, capriciously took censers of their own, put incenses them, and offered unauthorized fire. Thank you. The offense lies in their doing it their own way instead of in a way authorized by the Lord.
Okay, so they didn't do it the right way,
and as a result, they were instantly killed.
Yeah. So this is this goes back to that like theory of like the different authors. The purpose of this when it was written in this theory, which is not like the exact truth, they don't think, but is that this was a way to like reinforce the necessity of clergy. So like the reason that parts like this were put in the book is so that people could be reminded that they needed the clergy, because the clergy felt threatened at the time.
Interesting, because I guess I guess you could read it that way, but like those were the clergy. Like they were the clergy that died.
But so they did their job incorrectly.
Right. An incorrect clergy.
Yeah.
You need to be doing it correctly, for sure.
Right.
Absolutely true. And it is kind of weird because also it's like offer their own incense. So how I read this also in terms of, they did it their own way. It also sounds like they were giving extra offering in a weird way. Which
it seems like they're trying to get something out of it. Like they're trying to like almost like a bribe. Well,
yeah. Continuing in the notes, it also says this probably also involved entering or trying to enter the most holy place. So if we consider that note, these people got their own incense, got their own fire because they probably were like, oh, I want to get into the most holy place. How the hell do I do that? And then they're like, oh, what if we just did this? And that'll like cleanse us or whatever. So then we could go in there and kind of check it out and see what's going on.
Sure.
And so they do that. And then it's like, nope, that's not how you do it. Sorry. You made a mistake. You stepped in. You were improperly clean. You were not clean. And uncleanliness cannot last in the presence of the Lord. So as a product of like gasoline on flame, they just were consumed,
Yeah.
So that
sucks. And then no one is allowed to mourn them. And
where does it say no one was allowed to mourn them? I thought Aaron didn't talk back. Aaron was like, all right. But I don't think it was like, don't cry about him. I don't think it was like prohibited per se. So maybe I'm
also, this is when they say that the priest can't drink.
Drink no wine or strong drink, you or your sons with you, when you go into the tent of meeting.
Do not tear your clothes, lest you die. Let the hair on your heads hang. Do not let the hair on your heads hang loose. I read that as like, don't publicly be sad about these guys.
Right.
Like, they got what they deserved because they did the wrong thing.
It wasn't injustice.
Yeah,
for sure. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then we get to cleaning.
The clean and the unclean animals.
Oh, yeah. What's kosher, baby?
Yeah.
This might not actually be what's kosher, but it is like what animals. No shellfish, no pigs, don't eat camels, don't eat badgers.
Well, let's give them the equation so that they could figure it all out for themselves.
Oh, yeah, my bad. You guys are smart enough to figure it out.
Whatever parts the hoof and is cloven-footed and choose the cud among the animals you may eat.
That's all you need to know.
That's it. Just the three things. Whatever is parts the hoof and is cloven-footed and choose the cud. If one of those three things is missing, don't eat them.
Josh, just for them, not for me, I know. What does it mean to be cloven-footed?
Come on, we all know what that is.
It is.
But for them, I said this recently to someone, and they said how I said it was too specific and correct for them to fully understand.
It was too complicated. It was too complicated
and good.
So maybe a broader definition.
Let me see how Google would say it.
Yeah,
it
some lower-minded thing like Google.
Yeah, because Google speaks to the lowest denominator, not like us. So that's how. Cloven, it refers to an animal whose foot or hoof is divided into two parts.
Okay, so but then it's kind of being redundant when it says split and cloven.
So split and cloven. Oh, well, they have all these cloven foot. A lion is cloven footed.
What? Oh.
This term is also sometimes used metaphorically to describe a devilish or satanic figure.
What the hell?
Many mammals, including cows, sheep, and goats, cloven footed. But then there's the split, but also.
So wait, the cloven foot is this piece. It's not the split is the piece.
I think it's got to be both.
That's the fingernails,
right?
And the cloven foot is the fact that there's like a heel and toes.
Yes, whatever hoof is parted left, right, and is cloven depth-wise.
Yes, and this is us explaining it to you, not realizing it ourselves the first time. I cannot be clear enough about that. We knew what this was.
We just have to reiterate things in a different way.
You're fucking dumb. We're fucking smart.
Yeah, we're smart.
We're smart.
You're dumb.
And you're dumb, and we're helping you be less dumb because of how smart we are.
Yeah, because normally I use the correct Latin terms for these things.
Which are
which are hard to understand.
They wouldn't even know.
They're hard to understand. So that's why we wouldn't.
You guys wouldn't even get it. Your words are so pure, it can't exist in the impurity of their mind.
They'd be like, they'd be consumed with fire.
Yeah, they would.
So I just
their
don't
brains
want
would
to.
Explode.
Yeah, I'm
like
saving
an incantation.
You guys. Right. Oh, whoa. There's a whole animation. Maybe I'll throw
camels. Okay, so camels are a good example. They've got
but
the split.
say camels no good. Camels no good in here.
That's what I'm saying. They're split. Camels are split, but they're not cloven. They don't have the separation.
The camel, because it chews the cud but does not part the hoof, is unclean to you.
Exactly. Parting the hoof is the cloven part. The split is the little camel toe down the middle.
All right, let's not get dirty.
Well, I'm literally saying this might be the only non-dirty version of a camel toe. I'm saying the camel's toe.
I'm gonna save this image and I'll upload it to the episode.
Okay. Yeah, it's childlike. That way these dummies will fucking...
Yeah, exactly. It looks animated, you guys. You'll love it, okay?
It's so funny to be demeaning to a group of people who are not even listening.
Also to the two people who are still locked in. They're like, you guys, you need us.
You need us so bad. And we do.
We do need you so bad.
All right, so... And then we've got... And that's just the animals of the earth. We also got birds and stuff.
And fish.
And bugs. You're allowed to eat grasshoppers and locusts.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Well, there's a lot of grasshoppers and locusts too.
No, I get it, like protein, crickets and shit. I'm not super into it, but it's not that far off from eating a lobster, so whatever.
Oh, I'm not into lobster either.
I don't like sea bugs.
You call lobster sea bugs?
Lobsters and crabs, they got an exoskeleton. They fucking eat, they crawl on the ground like spiders. They're bugs.
Oh, that's a good. Well, okay. Someone in the episode is gonna be like, spiders aren't bugs, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but they can suck me.
Yeah, suck him.
Suck me.
Don't think of that, actually. Stop it. Hey, cut it out. Stop thinking about that.
People in Wuhan, you could have listened to this. No bats.
Yeah, hey, Wuhan.
Even though that's not how that started. Yeah, there should have been something in here that says no gain of function lab.
No gain of function lab research.
No gain of function lab research.
No practicing bioweaponry. How about that?
That's why Fauci was allowed to do that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
God wasn't specific enough about gain of function research.
For a hot second there, Fauci was praised among all men.
He was the big guy.
He's the big guy, and now he's not.
And then that big black book by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. came out.
Wow.
The real Anthony Fauci.
The real.
Yeah, his voice is like a really anyway.
Everyone has a joke about RFK's voice.
Yes,
everyone in existence.
I have one, but it's not really about his voice. It's more about his worm.
About his policies.
Yeah, his policies.
Which I think is a great
attack the policies.
Attack the policies, not the voice.
My closer. God, I hope he's in politics forever.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to say about? Shut up. Anything else you want to say about the clean and unclean animals? I mean, no pigs.
So they have
Jews and Muslims. They got a lot similar.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In terms of both cleanliness,
Abrahamic religions, yeah,
and no piggies, and the purification after childbirth. I really want to get to though.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I think
really funny.
Maybe the last thing about the animals is it's interesting because he says all these things. My belief kind of is these animals could cause some sort of sickness with the technology that they had of the day, with the
or the lack of
or lack thereof, with the cleanliness and things of that nature. These animals were dangerous to health, and so that's kind of one of the practical reasons why God was like, just don't mess around with these animals. You know what I mean?
Pigs are for fucking, not eating.
Yes, and you don't want to eat a pig that has another man's cum inside of it
because, and we'll get to the laws of discharge. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, because when you discharge, you're 14
unclean. Is the laws of discharge. There's such a big chapter about leprosy.
Yeah, well, leprosy was super pervasive back then, and also so dangerous.
And also, apparently, it's not actually leprosy. What they're talking about, it's a different thing called zarat or something. It's like it's slightly different than leprosy.
For mayor?
You did?
Well, no, I'm not a registered Democrat.
Yeah, you're just a registered pedophile.
Registered
laws of bodily discharge.
Pedophile.
That's for. I'm in the Green Party for pedophiles.
I don't align myself with left or right pedophilia.
My van is hybrid.
I have a new VW EV van.
They're so sick.
They look so cool.
They're so cool.
They look so sweet.
Apparently very dangerous.
Dude, Hitler was onto something back then with the VW.
With the VW.
Yeah.
And the Autobahn.
Yeah.
But that's it.
That's it.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Meth. I mean, he's a little ahead of his time on Adderall.
That's true. And suicide. He killed himself.
People have been doing that for a long time.
Did we talk about that first person ever killed himself? I think we talked about that before.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Okay, so purification after childbirth. This one's funny because, it talks about circumcision. You get the 8 days. You love that fact.
Love that fact.
And then it also talks about how you're dirtier as a woman if you've given birth to another female rather than a male. So if you give birth to a guy, it's like 7 days of impurity. Give birth to a woman, it's like a lot longer.
It's 2 weeks.
It's just 2 weeks?
Well, so you're 7 days you're unclean, but you need to stay out of the camp for like 33 days or something. And then with a woman, you're unclean. If you have a girl, you're 2 weeks unclean and you just stay out of the camp or whatever for 66 days. So it's just doubled.
You're twice as bad.
Well, no, but that's the thing. It's not. I don't think it's.
Why are women dirtier? Why are they more impure?
I read a note on this. That's basically for the whole chapter because 12 is a pretty short chapter because it's just about this.
It's coincidental that 12 is the name of the chapter, and it's also when they become able to have children again.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
3 steps are required to move from defilement to purity. Childbirth makes you defiled. You're not pure. And also, defiled, by the way, is not a moral statement. That is not saying you're a bad person, because that'd be crazy to be like, you had a baby, so now you're a bad person. It's not saying that at all. It's saying that you are not clean to enter the presence of the Lord, right? Which is, again, a part of the nature of the world is to become unclean because you partake in things. It doesn't mean those things are bad, but you do need to clean yourself from them, like having dirty hands. Having a dirty hand is not bad, but you do need to wash it. So undefiled, that's what that means. It's not necessarily that you're morally impure.
In this context, in the defiling of Dinah, it was a bad thing.
That was not good.
That was a bad thing.
That bad.
Okay.
Goal to mention defiling of Dinah every episode if we can.
I'm trying to work this
algorithm. So 3 steps that are required to move from defilement to purity. 1, the woman is to remain unclean for 7 or 14 days, depending on the gender of the child. Male, it's 7. Female is 14. Non-binary, undisclosed. She then moves...
But non-binary, they just kill everyone in the situation.
Yeah, they're just like, what the hell are we... Just
that's a penis and a vagina?
What? Yeah, hermaphrodites... I just throw it out.
70 years.
Yeah, so just don't talk to anyone. 2, she then moves into the second stage, which lasts for 33 to 66 days. again, men 33, female 66, in which she is neither pure nor impure. And finally, 3, she offers sacrifices in order to enter into full communion with the covenant people. This time, the time of purification for mother is twice as long if she gives birth to a female rather than a male. The reason is uncertain, although it may be that the female is potentially more unclean because of the probability of her menstruating and of her giving birth. In any event, there is no implication that the reason of distinction is any kind of presumed inferiority of women. It has more to do with going forward, their potential uncleanness, which again is not a moral statement, but just what they will go through within their own life, right? Like having your period makes you unclean. And so they're saying this girl will have her period, she will be more unclean.
But every time a guy busts, he's unclean.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's a lot of busting that goes on.
Right, a lot of not good busting. I had a wet dream the other night.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Really proud of you.
Yeah.
Hope you washed your bed.
Wasn't in my bed.
Oh, you were in a hotel?
I was in Denver.
Oh, that's perfect.
It was pretty nice.
Because those are getting washed right away, hopefully.
I was at my friend's apartment. He doesn't know.
Hopefully he doesn't listen. This is the one time we don't want a listener.
Also, I mean, I bunched up the sheets afterwards. I took the sheets off the bed because I was like, well, you wash them when someone. But anyway, so I'm like, well, these are gonna get clean. So
sure,
I'm not super.
Did you clean your clothes?
Oh, they're in the laundry.
You got to clean your clothes.
Oh yeah.
You got to wash the sheets. You got the bed is unclean. Everything you sit on is unclean.
Well, that's another thing. It's like, what are you just leaving to come there? Like immediately you want to wash.
I mean,
it
I think they really had low standards back then.
That's crazy.
I think they're just busting and rolling around in it.
That's crazy. Joe Rogan has a joke, really old joke. I don't know, maybe from the 90s or something, about how he talks about like masturbating and just busting on his own chest and then he's just rolling over and going to bed. And I'm like, what?
I know several guys who do that.
You leave it on your body?
Yeah,
and then it becomes all flaky and how do you get it? It hurts.
It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me, but I know a bunch of guys who are fine with that.
What? That's like kind of gay.
It's not. Don't do that.
It is.
That's a bad take.
It's come on your body.
It's like sneezing on yourself.
Are we calling sneezing the same as...
When I sneeze, sometimes I open and I sneeze like that. Yeah, you're sneezing on yourself.
Yeah, different.
It's your own liquids.
Yeah, but it's not cum.
I mean, I don't like the feeling. For me, it's like a tactile.
It's a biohazard.
It's a tactical thing.
Yeah,
but I do know some people who do that. It's crazy to me.
That is absolutely nuts.
Childbirth, leprosy. The laws about leprosy is the longest fucking chapter on Earth.
Yes.
And I don't think it's super relevant. I mean, you got to get it does show another function of the priests, though. So they're handling the food and the lepers. That's their big function.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the greatest combination.
Imagine
on
if
Earth.
the chefs at the back of the kitchen also cured AIDS.
This is why they are washing their hands so goddamn much.
Yeah.
So
yes,
be thankful for these.
But also think about this. Again, I mentioned this almost every episode, it seems. The Black Plague didn't affect Jewish communities as much because they had ceremonial law to keep clean. So you see stuff like this, you see sicknesses, and you're like, get the hell out of our camp. Like quarantine. Like that's what they were doing, which is maybe why Fauci wanted everyone to quarantine.
Maybe that's why
he's following the law.
But he was also responsible for the thing. So you can't really praise him.
Whoopsies.
Maybe he was just like trying to end net neutral.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be, try to mitigate.
But when you kill 8 million grandmas, it's not telling people to stay 6 feet apart doesn't really neutralize it.
What a weak thing. Hey, guys, just stay away from each other. I did my part. I told them what to do. It's like, all right.
Laws of bodily discharge. You think we can do it?
Sure, yeah. You want to take the lead on this?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, can I take the lead? Here's the thing. Your stuff comes out of you.
This is also maybe the most relevant episode for our viewership.
Oh, my God. We should have opened with this. Guys.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we should wait for the next episode because we're at 58 right now.
Okay,
maybe we wait. And if they're going to listen at the beginning, I think laws of discharge.
This could really help them out.
Yeah, because this is what you guys need to do to stay clean after watching us. Which, by the way, they probably did not watch us very much because our feet really were not present in this episode.
Yeah, I'm trying to do intermittent conditioning.
Okay.
So sometimes you get good feed shots, sometimes you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm acceptable.
Anyway, this has been another episode of Call him Father. And we hope you liked it.
Bye. Let us know.